Oh, there you are, folks. This is Shippy the Explorer today, trying to remind you that you're in the middle of Lent. Today is the second day of Lent, and welcome back to Shippy the Explorer. I'm exploring the possibility of catching some fish, because you know during Lent a lot of people give up meat, and I'm trying to give up meat for this period also. But if you don't have meat, the other main thing is fish. So I'm at Lake Artemisia. I heard that the Park and Planning they stocked the lake with trout, and maybe I can catch one or two of them or maybe I think it's up to 6 for the day. So maybe I can use it for for a few days in Lent, where I just eat fish and maybe rice. But so I have my rod, and I'm gonna explore what I can get. Don't know if I'll catch anything, but I'll see. So here we are. You know, it just occurred to me that on a lovely day like this in Palestine, the Christ came to the shore, the seashore of Galilee, much similar to this lovely spot of Lake Artemisia. And he saw, here we don't have any boats, but you can imagine that boats were here. The fishermen were fishing, and Christ saw some guys, and oh, it's quite windy today too, so we're really at the lake. So Christ saw Christ saw some group of guys, and he must have been an amazing person, because here you are, these bunch of guys fishing, and the first set of people he saw on the lake, here he says, as Jesus walked beside the Sea of Galilee, he saw Simon and his brother Andrew casting a net into the lake, for they were fishermen. And Jesus said, come, follow me, and I will send you out to fish for people. At once they left their nets and followed him. And when he had come a little further, he saw James, son of Zebedee, and his brother John in a boat, preparing their nets. Without delaying, he called them, and they left their father Zebedee in the boat with the hired men and followed him. So it's amazing that Christ wasn't a fisherman, but he was son of a carpenter, so he must have known carpentry. And here he is, you come to a lake like this and you see a bunch of people fishing. They must have been fishermen for years, and you just turn around and say, follow me. How remarkable. Christ must have been a very confident person, and he must have understood the nature of other people to really convince them that to follow him. So it's, I don't know if I could do it. Maybe if I see some guys passing here, and maybe I could test my skill in the to understand human personality. Maybe I should ask one or two guys around here, do you want to follow me? And then probably say, okay, who are you? I'm a fisherman. Well, no, I'm out today to try to find fish. Right. But on a lovely day like this, I'll stay here. I've been here for a few minutes and it's cold, and the fact that Lent is in high season and I have to eat fish, I'll see if I can catch any. But you know what? I think I have a better idea. Maybe I should just, oh, here we go. Maybe I need a boat. I have a better idea. Maybe I should just pack up and leave this place and maybe go to the market. I know where some fish, I can get fish in the market. So let's see if we can explore some more, folks, and leave this cold shore. Sea of Galilee must have been warm and comfortable for Christ to do what he did. But here it is cold, and I have a better place where I can get fish and I can maybe get a lot of fish and don't worry about this whole piece of instrument I have here and struggling to see if I can get anything. So you're gonna fish with me today, folks. Shippy the Explorer, and we are trying to find fish. Well, buenos dias. You want to be my disciple? I'm fishing for men. Like con esos Cristos. Your video. Morning, buenos dias.
Yes.
Buenos dias.
How's everything?
All right, bien.
Bien, qué bueno.
Yeah,
Qué
¿y tú?
Muy bien, viendo a ver si agarramos pescados.
Oh yeah, but yo pretendo.
¿Ya agarró alguno?
No, no concept, no understand.
Pregunta si ya agarró.
You got the one right now?
No tengo.
No.
No tengo. Nada.
Ya vamos a agarrar uno.
Ya pescar en la agua. But no tiene, no tiene. No
Mucho
tiene.
frío.
Mucho frío, yeah.
Sí.
Yeah.
Okay, have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
sir.
All right, hasta luego. So I asked, see, God turned up 2 guys, 3 guys at the very moment. And see, I did my skill on them, and I asked him if he wants to be my disciple. I didn't ask him that directly, but if I say you want to fish, I told him I'm a fisher of men. But he didn't understand. Now they speak mainly Spanish, and in my little Spanish, I wasn't able to convince them. But I guess I was being tested to see if I could convert 3 Spanish guys to be my disciple, my follower. Well, the only organization I have right now is Shippy the Explorer. I should have been a little bit more convincing, but here we go. I'll leave the lovely shores of Lake Artemisha and see if we can go, if I can explore the possibility of finding fish from somewhere else. Because if this processor I'm using right now is not working. So here I go. And then again, the guys that first guys that Christ met, they were casting nets. And here I am with one little rod trying to catch fish. So there goes the technique of gathering in the flock. You need to cast your net, not just a simple one line. The net allows you to gather more at one time. So folks, as I explore another way of getting fish for my stomach, and probably friends for my company and my teachings, I will cast a bigger net and be smarter about how you go about doing things in life. If you think small in life, one little rod, you're gonna achieve small things. If you use a net and you cast your aspirations on a bigger field, you are sure to catch more than just one little fish. So let's go with me and I see what we can find. Shippy the Explorer on a search this morning. Thanks for watching, folks. See you later. Here we are, folks. This is the idea I have. This is Lamar Plaza.
Everything feels right whenever I'm with you. Lamar.
Wow. All this good stuff. Now I can fish my head off. This is much better. I can get all the fish that I want. These are the good ones, huh? Porgy?
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah. 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 Take your time. So when you're buying fish, you're supposed to buy the ones with the good eyes. This is a better way of fishing. So take off. Trying to decide what to get. Salmons, they look salmon look big. Okay. Alright. ¿Dónde plástico? Yeah. Oh, aquí. Hemos put. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So I must put the fish in the plastic one.
Yeah, plastic. Big one is okay.
Yeah,
Small
but this-
one is plastic. Yeah.
Yeah. Gracias. Alright.
110.
See?
Okay.
Uh-huh. And Qatar. No, section eh?
Say,
Qatar.
same thing.
See, similar.
Okay.
Yeah. So this makes it easier, folks, to fish. So here I can make a lot of choices. So what they do, we put them in the plastic.
Hey, masculine.
Yeah. No Qatar.
What the tail?
No Qatar. Solamente Qatar.
No cut the,
Yeah.
no cut the tail.
No Qatar grande pescar. No Qatar. But
¿Cuál es el tuyo? Mira, botate, fresh el white fish.
so what they will do is cut this thing up for me and
¿Cuál es el tuyo?
into small pieces, similar to this. Okay, sorry. As you can see, it's easy to fish in this method. You can have lots of choices, folks. Lots of choices. Welcome back, folks, to Shippy the Explorer. So now that I've gone to the store and I've gotten the fish, I can't wait to cook some of it. So we can see how it's done. Maybe the Jamaican way, but it's our way. Shippy the Explorer way. Alright, so now that we're gonna wash our fish a little bit more. We never trust the total cleaning by the store. See, I wouldn't have been able to catch these at the lake. So I did make the right decision in just going out and getting a fish, getting fish for ourselves. So now they've been washed, I will allow them to drain. Another pan. And at the same time, the other type of fish, we'll I'll just open it, and what we do is separate them in you know, dinner size. That's the main thing. So that then we put them away in the freezer. But so when we're ready to cook, we'll be able to just take out a section and just cook it. So now we can see we don't use this, keep this as is in a big size. We cut them into smaller portions. And you bag them up in dinner size. So that would be one serving, maybe, or one cooking. And so while we cut this type of fish up, we have the other set that is draining, because really we don't we try not to prepare fish when it has water on it, not a lot of water, because really when you put the seasoning on, if you have a lot of water, then the seasoning doesn't adhere to the surface of the fish. So that's the main reason. Still have some more to go. They're quite large. I'll try to get a couple more bags. So you can see, folks, that it's modern day now. You don't have to struggle in the wild to get fish. You can just go to the market. There we go. And I'll just seal them up. I could never. I've always had problem with these bags. Wow. Can't get them closed. Well, that one closed. If I can't get them work, I'll just put them back in the bag. And put them away for now, so that this I'll put away in the freezer. Right back. Well, I'll show you another stage. This is show you how I'll dry this. Okay. So if it's not dry enough, folks, what I'll do is just take some paper and you can just dry it off, dry the fish out. Make it dry with some paper. And you take your combination seasoning, that's salt and garlic powder and black pepper, and you just sprinkle on the inside. And some on the outside. Wonderful. You take the other one, you dry off the excess water. You do the same. You season it inside. Put some seasoning on the outside. So the other two, what I'll do is I'll just bag these two for later. And these go in the freezer also. Good. There we go. Good. Maybe do a little bit of washing of the hands. And so we let that settle down for a little, maybe 15 or so minutes. It's best to season them overnight, but since I'm doing a quick prep to show you, I'll just trying to show you basically how it's done. All right, so this is another stage. We have our pan ready for the fish, and we have pan ready for oil. And in this pan we're gonna do fried plantain. We're gonna do fried plantain, but the different, a little different style. We're gonna prepare it in the pan. So you let the oil get heated. And while that is getting heated, I'll show you what we do with the plantain. Put this back over here so you can see me properly. Well, Shippy the Explorer trying to do some cooking today to show you how alright, so the plantain, you cut it like this and you score it along the joint. And this plantain is not fully ripe, so it's a little bit different from ripe one, because I'll show you what's gonna happen with this. So basically I'll cut it in 3 like this, and we split it in half. Because the ripe one, you would cut along this way. But when it's not too ripe, you split them like that. Another one, you cut the two ends off and you score your plantain. I see some guys peeling the plantain like that, but in Jamaica we just score it, cut the two ends off and then score it, and it comes right off. Now plantains are different. They're not as stiny as the bananas. So we split them like this. All right. I put this in my compost. As I said before, I don't waste. We don't waste all the cuttings from the kitchen. We put in the compost, and by the end of the year, you'll be surprised. By the end of the year, you'll have good compost soil. All right. So now I have my hands a little bit free. I can show you a little bit more that how the frying pan is it's going. It's getting hot, and these pans are well used, so I have to prop them up a little bit. Then I'm gonna get my squeezer. I get this squeezer. It's also for potato. If you do Irish potato, you can smash it with this. And of course I need my fork to turn this. So these big chunks, you're gonna see how I do it. Now, as the pan gets warm, I start to drop my plantain in the hot oil. And while I'm doing this, the fish is the spices and the fish is just soaking in, just getting marinated, as if you can call it that. I don't want the fire to be too hot, so that's why I turn it down a little bit. I'll put a whole bunch in. Maybe if it can hold all of it. So what I'm doing, folks, is fried plantain. Fried plantain. But not the one that is ripe. This one is, we call it basically turn. Because you'll see what happened. What? want these two. I'm trying to keep all of them in the pot one time, so I'm making space. All right. So that type of planting, since it's not as ripe, what we do, we kind of cover it. We cover it so that it's kind of cooked to a certain extent. We're kind of cooking it in the hot oil. You know, see, it's bubbling up. I can turn this up a little bit more. And actually, we can start our fish preparation. I'm going to take some oil again. And what I'm using is good old olive oil. You can use coconut oil if we had it, but olive oil is real good. I don't think we need a lot of oil in the pan for the fish. We need to check on our planting. So you can turn them just as they start to brown on the side, one side. You turn them. There you are. Wow, looking delicious already, folks. I want to get down into the oil, and I'm gonna cover it again. Cover it again so that it kind of cook. Normally I don't cook, folks. I grew up in a household with mainly nephews, mainly boys, with our grandparents. So they taught us we had to survive back in Jamaica. So we learned to cook, wash, clean, sew clothes, look after the animals in the bushes. And so we grew up real tough. If anybody knows Jamaica, in the hills of St. Andrew, you know. So we were pure boys with a grandmother, and so we grew up knowing how to do a lot of these things. But when I cook, I like to cook with somebody in the kitchen, especially my wife. And while that is going on, I'm gonna put, since the oil seems to be ready, oops, I'll put one of the fish in to let that, there you go. And since I'm doing up a two, I'll just put that down. Turn this down a bit so it doesn't burn. And at the same time, Now this is, wow. Yes, folks, when you do fish and all that. Okay, so I'm gonna use this squeezer now to basically smash the plantain. I take it out like this to make it look better, and I'm gonna squeeze it. See? I'm smashing it down to make it, see, it's flatter. Alright, so that's one. I'll do another one to show you. Squashing. Yes, folks, making you hungry today. Squashing. Here we go. This Chippy the Explorer is telling you that I can do a little cooking. You can see that I'm looking good, folks. Let me do all of them. We're squashing. So because you cover it up twice, they are basically cooked. So it makes it easier to squeeze. And if the plantain wasn't as ripe, you would make it cook a little longer. Wow. Squashing it over there. And then, while I squeeze these, I put back the squeeze one back into the frying pan to let it do a final cooking. You can see the difference between that and these. Okay, the set is squashed out. I only have one arm. If somebody was here with me, I could appreciate another arm. So this, I'll just use the squasher as a tool. Wow. There we go. It's kind of sticking on to put this one right there. Yes, you're watching Chippy the Explorer do a bit of cooking today, folks. So while that is doing, the fish is, I could turn it up a little bit more. There you go. And one more to go. For those of you who like salt, you can sprinkle a little salt on these plantains. You know, gives it a little. Well, I'll do a little of it. We don't use a lot of salt, so I'm putting back the squash thing back. So I'm gonna put a little salt, just a little salt. My wife's probably not gonna like it. Just a little bit, just to give it flavor. Just a little flavor. Okay, that's good enough. So I can put a little bit more oil in the pan. And I turn up my fish a little bit more so we can use a little bit more heat. And if you watch the Jamaican language, we use H sounds like A and A sounds like H. A sounds like H and H sounds like A. We say hot. We give a hairy sound to our pronunciation instead of hot, you know. Turn this up a little bit so we can get the so what we're trying to do with the plantain now is when you squash it like this, it turns out to be crisp. When it's finished, it's crisp on the outside, you know, hard on the outside and soft on the inside. So that would that's what's happening here. And you don't have to cover it. If you cover it now at this point, again for the third time, then that's not good. Because what will happen when you cover the plantain, it gets soft. So at this stage, we don't want it to be soft. We want it to be crisp on the outside. We'll move this out the way. And we check on our fish. We should turn up the fish a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is, while that is cooking, I get some more spice. Well, basically onions. We don't use a lot of other spices. We use mainly onions. So I'll get an onion. Get the onion from the container. And while all those are cooking, I'll strip the onion and show you. Oh, good. There we go. And strip the onion. Cut it. Bottom on top. Cut it in the middle. And comes right off like that. Let's check on our plantain, folks. They're almost, so now see they're real crisp. And the fish is, whoops. Sometimes burning them a little bit too much. Turn the fire down. This fire a little bit too hot. You can see how crisp it is now, folks. Wow. So I just try one to show you. Here. You can hear the crunchiness in it. Fire was a little bit too high on my fish. So if the fire is too hot on the fish, it causes burning of the sauce, the seasoning, and that's a little bit what happened to here. But they're coming on. Let's prepare our rest of our onion. You're almost like a chef. You keep your fingers curved in the back. Once the knife comes up here, you're not liable to cut yourself. But make sure your fingers are curved. I know anybody chef look at me, they will say, "Oh, he needs to go learn." But the whole idea is not to get cut. All right, so. Let's check on our plantain again, and most of them are almost ready. So these are crisp. These are turned plantains squashed. It has a different flavor than the ripe plantain. If too much oil is in your pan, then we can throw some off. There you go. Squashed fried plantain. So it's slightly sweet, touch of salt, and it's more foody than anything else. Not foody, but different flavor. So while that is cooking, I'll remind you that we started out trying to find fish because this is Lent, and it's best to have mainly fish meal in this time of the year. So what has happened is that I tried to fish this morning and couldn't get anything. So I said, okay, there's a better way of doing things, you know. So I said, you know what? Let me get out and take care of, go to the store and get the fish. And this is what we end up with. And I'm sure this looks like a great catch, folks. And that's not even finished yet. Preparation is, I'll show you. So for the next 6 weeks, it'll be a big challenge to really cook fish every day. But some of you can do vegetarian, you can do nuts and beans and, you know, legumes and all that. And if you don't want to have meat during Lent, it's a lot of choices to take. So, but I'm doing fish today to see if I can follow the tradition of just not to eat meat today. Second day of Lent. And we're trying to be more, trying to follow some religious rules. So as a fish, so what I do a lot of times is that we turn it like this and let the oil kind of get into alright. So this is what I do now, folks. Chippy well, let me take off a little of the oil. Let me take off some of the oil. I don't want to cook with too much oil. Then always save your oil. Good. This can go over here. This can go back on the pan. Let that finish. So both fish are brown on both sides now. And what we do in the old days is we pour all the onions on that. And we get the whole Scotch bonnet pepper out the refrigerator. So what we do in the school, folks, is we plant Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper and we jar it up, put it in a big jar like this. You can see the Scotch bonnet in there. And what we do is we put vinegar on these jars, and it stays for years, and we gradually use it, and we put the pepper. Okay folks, we're gonna say it's spicy, too spicy for you. There we go. And we want some of the juice, some of the vinegar out of the bottle. There we go. And this spring I'll plant some more. Let's get this planting out of this pan so it doesn't burn. I think it's ready. Good. All right. So the planting is finished, and we are doing now just the fish. Looking for a little cup. Oh, here's a cup. And we're gonna add some little water. Add a little water to the fish, because it's not fried fish. It's more or less steamed. I don't even know the right word. Some of you might remember the right word. All right, see now the fish is coming now. Then you cover this. Some people will put tomato sauce and all sort of things on their fish and let it cook down. Some of us will put even okra and Irish potato and not really beans, but you'll add a number of those things. Well, when it reaches a certain point, what I'll do is we take up a little of the juice like this, and we taste it to make sure it's coming up. And pepper, the Scotch bonnet pepper starts to just float around in this thing, man. Wow. It's getting to be. We move this out our way, and now we have space where we can put our spoon tray, and we take a little bit more water and we add a little bit more water to it, and it's almost there, folks. You can see the Scotch bonnet, it's dancing on top with and the vinegar with this is broccoli that we also added to that spice. So in that spice you have some Jamaican peppers, you have onions, you have some Mexican pepper, and then you put the vinegar, and it stays like this, and we have it in the refrigerator, and when we're ready to cook these spicy Jamaican food, we just take out some of that. Wow. So now we get in there. I'm just gonna cover the pan and let it cook down slowly, and turn down the fire. And that is it, folks. That is it, folks. Shippy the Explorer is trying to be authentic, where we have just plantain and maybe vegetable. We have some vegetable, squashed plantain, and fish Jamaican style, steam fish. Yeah, that's the word. It's steam fish. All right, so that's it. See you at dinner time, folks. That's how you stay authentic in during Lent. So Shippy the Explorer is saying, as a fisherman, I didn't make it this morning, but as a cook, I think I'm okay. And when after I taste it and eat it later on, another video, I'll tell you how it was. See if I have the touch of the whole school. So bye for now. Thanks for watching. If you like that video, although I struggled by myself, but if you like this video, you like, share, and subscribe. Shippy the Explorer saying bye for now.